Throughout the past 6 years that Roblox Jailbreak has existed, there have been a significant number of vehicles added into the game. Within a couple of years of the addition of new vehicles, however, most of them end up either getting revamped or retired. Now, although most retired vehicles aren't particularly better in terms of their stats and how they look when compared to their counterparts, one car has been able to stand out in front of almost every vehicle in Jailbreak. Today, we are going to be talking about the Brulee, its history, how it became the fastest car in Jailbreak, as well as the controversy surrounding it. This is the story of Jailbreak's fastest car. To begin, we have to go back to June 4th, 2017. On this day, Jailbreak received the jewelry store update. The update introduced the jewelry store, which was very big at the time as the only other robbery in the game was the bank. Alongside the addition of the brand new jewelry store, the update included some other minor changes, but also introduced a brand new car, which was the Brulee, although at the time, the Brulee was instead simply called the Bugatti. This car was based off of the Bugatti Chiron in real life and cost $500,000 cash, making it the most expensive vehicle in Jailbreak at the time. In fact, it wasn't until nearly 4 months later that the Chiron became the second most expensive vehicle in the game, as the first $1 million vehicle, being the monster truck, was added. Anyway, shortly after the Bugatti Chiron was added into Jailbreak, many players instantly started noticing how fast the car was. At the time, the only other fastest car in Jailbreak was the Lamborghini, now known as the La Matador.
This is extremely fast. It's too hard to control, guys. That's how fast it is. Oh my goodness. I don't know how many times faster than the Lamborghini this is, guys. I don't know how many times faster, but I can barely turn. Actually, the turning's not even that hard at this speed, but it's definitely harder than the Lamborghini.
Even though the Chiron cost 5 times more the price of the Lamborghini, the performance of the car definitely paid it off. On top of that, the Chiron also looked, well, pretty cool, at least at the time. But it wasn't like anyone could easily get their hands on this car, as it cost $500,000 cash and there were only 2 robberies in the game at the time, none of which really gave a whole lot of cash. Regardless, some players would still grind for hours just so that they could afford the Chiron. Or they just spent all their Robux to buy enough cash. Anyways, the Bugatti Chiron remained unchanged and stayed in the game for almost 3 years. On March 2nd, 2020, however, the Bedimo Twitter account tweeted announcing that the Bugatti Chiron will be getting retired in the next upcoming update.
So yeah, the tried and true Bugatti, one of the fastest vehicles in the game. What was the fastest vehicle in the game for a very long time, this bad boy right here is getting removed from the game forever.
Rest in peace, Bugatti. Sad violin music plays. Rest in peace, the legendary nostalgic Bugatti, the one vehicle that holds many memories. Finally, on March 8th, 2020, Jailbreak received the Gunskins update, which retired 3 vehicles, the Mini Cooper, the Mustang, and the Bugatti Chiron. With the retirement of the Chiron, however, a new Bugatti called the Chiron, now known as the Eclair, and a car based off of the Bugatti Chiron in real life, took its place. At first, the Chiron seemed like a big upgrade from the Chiron, as it had a better body as well as an interior, which was something that was never seen in Jailbreak at the time. Shortly after the update, however, the developers quickly started receiving backlash, as the Chiron turned out to be slower than the Chiron. It caused Asimo to eventually post a tweet telling everyone that the Bugatti Chiron is actually slower than the Bugatti Chiron in real life. Regardless, the backlash continued, and so the Chiron eventually received 2 major buffs within the next couple of weeks, which turned it into one of the best cars in Jailbreak. But what about the Bugatti Chiron? You see, even though the Chiron got retired, it still continued receiving updates throughout the next couple of years. A year after the Bugatti Chiron was retired, its name got changed to the Brulee due to copyright circumstances. Then, a couple of months later, on September 3rd, 2021, the developers accidentally increased the Brulee's grip after they released a new update, which allowed for the Brulee to have easier control at high speeds. A day later, on September 4th, the grip was slightly nerfed, although never reverted back to its original state. Now, before we continue talking about all of the updates that the Brulee received after its retirement, we need to quickly talk about the one Jailbreak update that revolutionized everything when it came to vehicles. On December 18th, 2021, Jailbreak received its 2021 winter update. Now, as many new things were added in this update, one new feature stood out among all others, that being the speedometer. This new feature would allow for players to see how fast different vehicles were in miles per hour. Now, before this update, some people speculated that the fastest car in Jailbreak was the Torpedo, while others argued that it was the Brulee. Brulee. With the introduction of the speedometer, however, it was officially confirmed that the fastest car in Jailbreak in terms of top speed was the Brulee. The Brulee's top speed was so high in fact that you couldn't even reach it. According to some people, however, the Brulee supposedly had a top speed of around 480 miles per hour. Now, although it was practically impossible to reach that top speed while driving normally around the map, some players were still able to reach speeds of up to 330 miles per hour. Anyways, the top speed of 480 miles per hour wouldn't last on the Brulee, as on November 4th, 2022, the top speed was nerfed to 403 miles per hour. Regardless, the Brulee was and still is the fastest vehicle in the game in terms of its top speed. Or is it? You see, it turns out that there's one vehicle that has an even higher top speed than the Brulee, and that vehicle is the jet ski. As a part of the jet ski and robbery update on June 9th, 2019, the jet ski has an insane top speed of 405 miles per hour. Some sources even say that the jet ski had a top speed of 488 miles per hour. Regardless, this makes the jet ski the fastest vehicle in Jailbreak. Funny enough, it also turns out that the jet ski has the worst reverse speed in the game at a mere 5 miles per hour. So does this mean that the Brulee has the fastest reverse speed in the game? Well, not really. The Brulee has the fastest reverse speed when compared to all cars, but the third fastest reverse speed when compared to all vehicles, with the second fastest reverse speed being the Blackhawk at 130 miles per hour and the fastest the drone at 140 miles per hour. With all that being said, the Brulee still has the highest top and reverse speed when compared only to cars. Unfortunately, however, because of this, the Brulee has received some backlash. Nowadays, many people say that the Brulee is overhyped and that it's not worth anything trading for because of its high value, which is around 10 million. Now, although 10 million value may seem like a lot, and don't get me wrong, it kind of is, other vehicles such as the Torpedo can be worth as much as 5 times more than the Brulee. Nevertheless, many people still don't think the Brulee is worth it, as they say it's nothing more than simply a high top and reverse speed, and on top of that, you probably won't even be reaching the top speed of the car whenever you drive it normally around the map. Yeah, the Brulee is fast, but that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. It's just fast. Agreed, it only has value because it's the fastest car in the game. Brulee sucks at braking and acceleration, even at a level 5 engine. Other players think of the Brulee otherwise, however, saying that it's a staple of old Jailbreak. At a point of time in Jailbreak, the Brulee's value was even higher than X Torpedoes because those didn't exist back then, and the only fastest vehicle in the game was the Brulee itself. Getting it back then meant you got a trophy for your achievement. Anyways, regardless of how you feel about the Brulee, it still stands out today as one of the fastest vehicles in Jailbreak. The Brulee's notability didn't come from out of nowhere, but rather from setting several speed records and being the fastest car in Roblox Jailbreak. Before I end today's video, I'd quickly like to thank all of you for the ongoing support you've been giving me on this channel lately. Making these kinds of videos isn't very easy and takes lots of time, but seeing your work get paid off is one of the best feelings ever, and I wouldn't be experiencing it if it wasn't for you guys. Once again, thank you, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, as it helps me out a lot. But anyways, until next time, take care.